Hello everyone, Grand Captain Speedy Dash here. Last time on What If Kakarot Was Born a Super Saiyan 4, Future Gohan came with a warning about the future, as well as medicine for Kakarot. How will Future Gohan's visit affect future events? Find out now. Hine is surprised when she learns of Future Gohan coming back in time with a warning, and sad that she missed it. Gohan is conflicted as he doesn't want to fight, but wants to stop the future that his future counterpart described. Kakarot, however, is eager to test his strength against the androids, with Hine taken a little back. Chi-Chi isn't happy about the ideas that Future Gohan gave to Gohan, especially since Gohan has more of a desire to get stronger now. Gohan is able to convince Chi-Chi to let him train on King Kai's planet for a bit, but she does make him bring plenty of study materials with him. Raditz and Nappa, worried about the future, begin training as hard as they can together. Nappa is quickly catching up while Raditz tries his hardest to stay stronger, but eventually Nappa catches up. During one training session, Raditz can't help but think about everyone dying, with him being unable to do anything, until the fear turns into rage, causing Raditz to go Super Saiyan. Raditz harshly beats Nappa before realizing what happened. Nappa asks what Raditz just did, with Raditz being just as confused, and explains he was thinking about being too weak to protect those he cared about, and suddenly found himself overfilled with rage. Remembering the rage, Raditz ends up transforming again into a Super Saiyan. After a brief silence, Nappa asks what they are both questioning, mentioning the legend of the Super Saiyan. Meanwhile, Kakarot and Gohan are getting into training, with Gohan putting his faith in his future self and pushes past his discomfort in fighting. Raditz and Nappa arrive, with Hine happy to see Raditz as always. Hine is a little curious about Nappa coming as well, as he usually doesn't visit, with Nappa stating he's just here to watch. Raditz challenges Kakarot to a fight, with Kakarot happily accepting. Kakarot starts fighting Raditz, easily beating Raditz, with Raditz shortly going Super Saiyan to the surprise of most. Raditz pushes forward, with Kakarot still in surprise and on the back foot. Kakarot soon gets his bearings, but is still at a disadvantage against Super Saiyan Raditz. Everyone is surprised by Raditz beating Kakarot, but Kakarot shortly starts using Kaioken and starts pushing Raditz back. Raditz is a little sad that he still lost, but Kakarot states that it was an amazing fight. Nappa questions which one of them is really the Super Saiyan, but regardless is inspired to continue aiming to become the strongest. Hine is overjoyed at how strong her sons have gotten, with her certain that her sons are the strongest two Saiyans ever. Gohan is conflicted by this, as he hopes that it means he won't need to fight, but his future self's warning still rings in his head. Kakarot states he believes Gohan will likely surpass them and become the strongest. Time passes until it comes time to confront the androids, with everyone ready and overlooking the city that the androids are supposed to attack. Suddenly, a giant flash happens over the city, guiding them to their targets, with them shortly coming face to face with 3 androids. Dr. Gero introduces himself and introduces 17 and 18. Kakarot is confused since they were told that the androids killed Dr. Gero, with Dr. Gero explaining that he was watching them when Future Gohan gave them that warning. Gero made changes to ensure he would survive, since the androids were more than strong enough in the future, and that he could focus more on obedience, and states that they should get to the bloodbath now. Kakarot states they should go to another location without people that could get in the way, but Dr. Gero has a different idea, with the 3 starting to destroy the city until Kakarot rushes in and gets them to stop. After relocating, Kakarot begins fighting with 18. 18 is at a disadvantage, but Kakarot shortly finds himself at his limit and begins losing power quickly. Gohan is the one to realize it's Kakarot's heart, with Gero quickly getting in the way to make sure no one can save Kakarot. Future Gohan knocks 18 off of Kakarot, and as Dr. Gero is distracted, Piccolo knocks Dr. Gero away before everyone rushes over to Kakarot. President Gohan says he'll take Kakarot home for the medicine. Future Gohan is a bit confused by why things are different, but rushes in, fighting 18 along with Krillin. Raditz and Nappa begin fighting 17, and Piccolo along with Tien and Yamcha begin fighting Dr. Gero, while President Gohan heads off with Kakarot. 17 and 18 start at a disadvantage, however they shortly gain the upper hand while Dr. Gero was overpowering his opponents from the beginning. Being backed into a corner, Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha all yell Solar Flare. Dr. Gero begins complaining that they let them get away and that it was a mistake to think that they were worth anything. While his guard was down, 17 and 18 attack with all their powers, finally breaking through Dr. Gero's programming enough to finish him. 17 says the only thing left is to finish Kakarot to be done with the programming completely, with them heading out to try and find where Kakarot lives. Future Gohan and Krillin head to Kakarot's house to move Kakarot. They quickly explain the situation and they board an airship and fly to Kami House. Meanwhile, Piccolo arrives at the lookout. Kami knows why Piccolo arrived, but states he's unsure if the androids are a threat, needing them to fuse, explaining how they just killed Dr. Gero. Piccolo decides to wait at the lookout for Kami to change his mind. Bulma contacts Future Gohan to ask about the time machine and if he has it with him. Future Gohan states he has it and is confused when she sends a picture of his time machine. Bulma explains where the picture came from, with Future Gohan, Present Gohan, and Bulma all heading out to find the second time machine. Future Gohan, Present Gohan, and Bulma arrive in front of the decayed time machine, with Future Gohan pulling out his time machine. Bulma says that she's guessing it's not his time machine, but Future Gohan then states that it is, and shows some writing that he put on the time machine before coming to the past the first time. Present Gohan finds a discarded exoskeleton, which creeps all of them out before they quickly leave. Kami changes his mind and rushes Piccolo into fusing. After fusing, Piccolo shortly leaves the lookout and heads off to fight the new threat that Kami saw. Arriving in Ginger Town, Piccolo soon finds what he was looking for. Piccolo is unsettled by the insect man that he found, with Cell soon introducing itself. Cell is able to drain Piccolo's arm, rendering it useless, and using his disadvantage to his advantage, Piccolo is able to get Cell to begin monologuing about itself. After getting all the information, Piccolo regenerates his arm and begins fighting against Cell. It isn't long until everyone arrives, and Cell quickly decides that the fight isn't worth it and uses Solar Flare to escape. Piccolo explains to everyone what happened and what he learned. Raditz and Nappa state that they'll work towards becoming strong enough to fight everyone before they head off to train. Future Gohan is especially angry with all the changes that has happened because of time travel and begins questioning if it was the right thing to do. Piccolo quickly pushes back, stating that Kakarot will survive the heart virus and that they are all alive because of Future Gohan and Future Bulma. Future Gohan and Krillin head off to search Dr. Gero's lab. Piccolo and Tien begin hunting for Cell. At Dr. Gero's lab, they find blueprints of the androids as well as present Cell still growing. After gathering what they could, Future Gohan and Krillin leave just before destroying the lab. Time passes until Kakarot finally wakes up at Kame House. Kakarot and present Gohan struggle but get Chi-Chi to agree for Kakarot to do some intense training with present Gohan. At the lookout, Kakarot teleports in along with present Gohan, Future Gohan, Raditz, and Nappa. Kakarot explains about the Room of Spirit and Time, with it allowing for 2 people to train for a year in a single day. After finishing, Kakarot explains that they need to group up to use it, and besides Gohan and himself being one group, he isn't sure about the other groups and the order that they should go. Everyone quickly comes to an agreement that Kakarot and Gohan should go in first. Future Gohan says that they should probably start immediately, but Kakarot states that he meant present Gohan. Everyone is surprised with Kakarot taking present Gohan into the Room of Spirit and Time. Piccolo gives up on hunting Cell and begins waiting at Kame House, hoping to stop the androids before Cell can absorb them. Soon the androids arrive at Kame House and Piccolo is able to convince them to take the fight to a nearby island. 17 says that Piccolo's death could be avoided if Piccolo just talks, but Piccolo is happy that 17 is choosing to fight alone. Piccolo states he'll take them down to ensure Dr. Gero's plan fails. 17 and Piccolo begin fighting, with Piccolo having a clear edge over 17. In complete disbelief, 17 begins thrashing about because he can't believe that he's weaker than Dr. Gero. While they are fighting, Cell quickly closes in and arrives on the battlefield. Piccolo quickly explains about Cell before rushing in and begins fighting Cell. 17 is confused and attacks Cell, being angry that his fight was interrupted. Cell is able to beat them both back at the same time. Future Gohan teleports in and begins fighting alongside the two, but Cell is still able to easily keep fighting the 3 back. Raditz teleports in with Nappa and joins the fight while telling 17 and 18 to get out of here, but 18 decides to join the fight with the androids refusing to leave. Waiting for the right moment, Cell soon finds it and uses a solar flare to blind everyone, allowing it to absorb both androids at the same time. Cell shortly finishes his transformation and is admiring his new perfect form. Future Gohan rushes in, attacking Cell, with the others joining in, but Cell doesn't even react and continues to admire his perfect form. Cell shortly begins stretching and throwing a couple of punches, before kicking Future Gohan. Krillin rushes to Future Gohan, with Gohan being moments away from death before Krillin gives him a sensu. Future Gohan is in disbelief at the strength of Cell and doubts if anyone could match its strength. Kakarot and present Gohan teleport in. I'll end the part here for now. How will Kakarot and present Gohan do against the threat of Cell? Find out next time on What If Kakarot Was Born a Super Saiyan 4? If you enjoy my content, check out my Discord to see the community I'm building, and like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any money to spare, maybe consider throwing all of it my way. And as always, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are.